So basically, we're just going to stand here. This is the making of Batman Beyond Year One. I'm Aaron Schoenke, the director, and I also play Terry McGinnis. The premise behind making this movie, there's two reasons. Number one, I've been a huge Batman fan since the age of 3. I've read all the comic books, the graphic novels, seen the movies, and I've seen all the animations. And two, it was also just to do it in learning the art of filmmaking, just do it, hands-on experience, that just really teaches you all the elements you need to know about making a movie. One of the most asked questions I got about the project was how much the budget was, and after totaling up all the receipts, it came in around $2,000. And that doesn't include all the pre-existing equipment that we had beforehand, like the computers, the sound editing, all that, the cameras. Also, a nice thing is that all the actors work for free. They were willing to contribute their time to this project for free, which is sometimes the case in a lot of independent films. When writing Batman Beyond Year One, I wanted to stay as true as possible to the animation, and I also wanted to show Terry's psychological edge.
At the very beginning, Aaron was letting me know he really took this project very serious, more serious than I've seen in most people putting their time and effort into projects. I mean, this was going to be his life for the next how many years would it take to complete it. And he handed me an outline on where he wanted to take the story, how he wanted to make it very psychological, and
a lot of people felt that Terry didn't deserve to be Batman, and I wanted to show that Terry does have a dark side, and he has had a lot of traumatic things happen to him like Wayne. The movie is more of a sequel to the first 2 episodes of Batman Beyond. It's really geared to the fans because they know all about the Batman Beyond universe, which is also why in the film there's a lot of little hints about Harvey Dent, Barbara, the Slappers. So the film is geared to the fans. Another big reason why I started this project was I look a lot like Terry McGinnis, so we were deciding to go ahead on a Batman Beyond film. Also, another big part of the casting was Bruce Wayne, who was played by Keala Thomas. He plays a Wayne in his late 50s, which is a little younger than it is in the animation. But he's the only person that we could find with that kind of build. He's around 6'2", 250 pounds, which is very important because the animation, Batman's a very big person, so I felt that losing a few years that way but gaining the size was more important. Also in casting, would be casting the people who play Batman Beyond in the suit. I was one of them, and you see me in the suit whenever Batman Beyond has his mask on. The other times when Batman has his mask on, he's either played by Tyler Rollins, who's actually he's a professional gymnast. He does all the amazing stunt work where the flips and whatnot. He's really, really great at what he does.
He's an amazing athlete, and he's specifically excellent on trampoline, and he's got the body. He could be an excellent Batman Beyond stunt double. So Aaron met with Tyler, and lo and behold, when Tyler got that suit on, we all just knew it was Batman.
And Brian Lassie also played Batman Beyond with the mask on. He did a great job, and his band Disheveled contributed 2 songs for the film.
Son of a bitch.
Also, other actors that appeared in the film was John Mankrieger as Merrick, Megan Dunn as Tipsy, Adam Poole as Voodoo, and Matt Smith as Johnny Hotwire. Most of the casting was friends, family, or referred to friends. A lot of the actors contributed in more ways than one, and this really helped keep the budget down. They all helped make this film possible. When shooting the movie, another large, important part of the film is the locations. And locations are really hard to acquire for a fan film because when big movies shoot, they get permits and whatnot, so you're allowed to shoot there. Otherwise, you're trespassing. But for shooting a fan film, there's nothing you can do, so you have to trespass. And we did that a lot of times. Lucky for us, though, we knew a few people who had really good locations. My uncle has a underground comedy club which we use for the Joker bass scene. And my friend Michael Teitelbaum, his father owns a jewelry store, which he was really cool about letting us use it.
When I first started writing the sequence, I always had in my mind the location of my father's store, and I knew it would work out perfectly. Everything that happened in the script was able to be pulled off in the movie, and I think it really translated well into the film. It was really kind of gave the film that kind of wow, how they do that look.
But a lot of the other locations that we had to use we had a trespass for the ending boat scene. You had to have 9 people dressed up as Jokers, hopping under and over the fence to get in, and then at the end, when Batman's on that gigantic clock tower in the sky, we were running around there at 3 o'clock in the morning with cops keep driving by, and Batman's gigantic shadow was you could see it from miles away. So you just got to be careful, and it's just one of those just do it things where you have to do it to get the shot. When shooting the movie, we wanted to make sure that we got every angle, and that's why actually these are all the tapes of the film. We shot around 24 hours of footage for a 40-minute movie. We shot the movie on a Digital 8 camcorder, and it was edited on the computer using Final Cut Pro, After Effects, and iMovie. From the beginning, I envisioned this to have a comic book look and feel, with a lot of strong shadows, muted colors, and dramatic angles. I was able to capture this look by using the software After Effects. I used filters to alter the colors of the original shot to give it more of that comic book look. When shooting the special effects in the film, we didn't have a green screen to work with like a big studio does, so what we did is we used the blue sky, when it's just clear, no clouds, and then just a solid blue sky. So we filmed a lot of dramatic angles of Tyler Rollins on a trampoline against the blue sky. Then we picked out shots we liked best and storyboarded them to the backgrounds behind him that linked up to the scene. And sometimes we altered the script around the shots. If you look at the ending fight scene where Batman Beyond fights Voodoo, that's a collaboration of like 8 different days of filming, combined with like special effects shots, reshoots, get a different angle, the lighting were wrong, whatnot.
A lot of people have been asking about the costume, and what we used was a real heavy-duty spandex. It's real thick and sturdy. One of my favorite parts about the costume is the belt. It wraps around in the back, and because it's a black band here, it hides in with the costume, so it looks like these blocks are actually floating and on his body. These are the wings that were used in the final scene. We actually tried 2 or 3 versions of them, but this is the one that we actually used here. It was made out of a thin canvas with a wire frame. Okay, here's the part everybody wants to know the most about, and this is the mask here, and it's made of the same heavy-duty stretch material as the bodysuit. And inside of what we did was we used some sheet metal, and what it does, it forms kind of a helmet look on the side of the face. It allows the ears to be very strong and upright. At the same time, it covers the ears, so it's a very smooth look, and it gives kind of a jaw definition here. It gives more of a kind of a helmet look to it. When it came to the eyes, we tried the color white, but it made him look a little too much like a cartoon instead of live action. So we decided to go with dark reflective lenses, and this gave him more of a stealthier look, and it also, in some lighting, it would reflect the color white. The lenses were then mounted on the outside instead of the inside, because the actors would have to wear the mask sometimes up to 3 hours, and it was for more of a convenience and a comfort for them. I did the sound editing and the musical score on Pro Tools using a G4 and a MIDI keyboard. Basically what I did was I did a lot of the ambiance when you hear car horns, city backgrounds, noises and that, and just cleaned up a lot of the sound. When it came to composing the main theme, I wanted it to start with a solo piano, creating a haunting feeling, and then have it evolve into a classical noble feeling, and this would show both Terry's troubled and heroic sides. Once I had the main theme, then I kept reprising the first 4 notes in various spots.
So basically, the more that you can do is the more you learn and the more you keep your budget down.